Hey, it's Joe Crump doing another video in the training series for the $8 Startup program. The exciting part of this program for me is we've got three main systems, with each system having multiple pieces to it. It's a very complex system, and I think when you first look at it, or you even watch all these videos, you think, oh my goodness, lots of things to learn here. And there are lots of things to learn. There are lots of things that you can do, but you don't have to learn them overnight. As a matter of fact, you can start making offers on the very first day you have your system set up. You can hit the button and it'll start sending out emails, and suddenly your phone will start to ring. You'll start getting emails in from sellers who are interested in doing what you're suggesting that they do, which is sell their home, rent to buy, and do this flip type of deal. And I haven't talked too much about the types of deals that we're doing, but we're using the thing that I call the for rent method. And the for rent method is essentially we go in and we get an option on a rent to buy property, and then we take that option, which is assignable, and sell it to someone else. And we take the option fee, which is the same, the lease option fee that the seller pays, because the seller pays the lease option fee plus the first month's rent. We take the lease option fee, we pass the first month rent on to the seller. So let's say we got a property that's worth $150,000. We get $5,000 lease option fee and $1,200 for the first month's rent. That's not an unusual scenario to run into. We would take the $5,000, $1,200 goes to the seller. They get their first month's rent. They get a buyer at full price. Plus, they have somebody who's going to be in that property for the next 3 years, because it's a 3-year lease option fee, who's going to treat it like their own. And because, after all, you don't wash a rental car, you take care of a property that you feel that you're going to buy or that you feel is yours. And we have our buyers feel that they're buying these properties, and which in fact they are. So it's a very interesting system that allows us to do a lot of business and do it repetitively. So instead of making a $50,000 deal, we can do 20 deals that make us a $100,000 deal, because I find that the $50,000 deal is pretty rare these days, unless you have a lot of money to invest, or you really know what you're talking about, or you stumble upon a really good deal. So instead of doing that, have a consistent income, with smaller chunks of money. If you do 2 deals a month that make you $3,500 each, that's $7,000 a month that's coming in. That's $84,000 a year. You can easily get 6 figures from there, because if you can do 2, you can do 3, and you can do 5. There's no reason you can't bump up the amount that you do. You don't have to stay in one area. You can do multiple areas if you choose to. If you feel like you've tapped out a particular area and you're doing as much marketing in that particular area as you think you can, it's not that hard to set up infrastructure into a second area, because you don't have to go to these properties to make these deals happen. Everything can be done over the internet and over the phone. And that's what's so exciting about a program like this. I'm going to show you in another video on how to use the lease option memo, so you can actually have people sign the lease option memo without you ever talking to them. So they're actually giving you control of their property, and you've never even talked to them. It's all been done by the auto marketing system. Now, that doesn't happen every day. We don't get a lot of those. But everybody that has been using the auto marketer for at least a month usually gets at least one of those types of deals that come in and that just drops into their lap. Not everybody, but most people. And I see it happen all the time. The last seminar I was at, I asked who's using the auto marketer. They raised their hand. How many of you have gotten the lease option memo? They all left their hands raised. And these are my mentor students that I'm talking about. So they have a little bit more education and training than some of the other folks that are in this program. But it just shows that it's very possible to make it work and to have that play out the way you'd like it to. If you truly want to try to build a real estate investing system, this may be the best thing that you can ever use to get started. And you can get started with $8. You're using the first 30 days where everything is built for you. Everything is created for you. You've got the 3 pieces to the puzzle. You've got the education through the cash flow newsletter. You've got the auto marketer that sends out the email to the seller and gets them to respond to you without you having to get on the phone and talk to them. and you've got the clone sites, which help sell you, give you credibility, give the potential buyers and sellers the opportunity to opt into your list, that give you the ability to do sequential emails to those people without you ever having to do it yourself. It's all done for you, to give you the ability to send out email blasts to your list. So as you build your buyers list, every time you get a property for sale, you send out a blast to that list of people. And what I find is if you've got a list of 200 or 300 or 400 people, which only takes a couple months to build, by the way, if you're actively pursuing it, if you have a list at least that big, you're probably going to sell about 10%, maybe 20% of your properties just by sending out an email to that list, doing nothing else. So you can see how easy this can become if you learn how to set it up right and how to do these deals and how to structure these deals properly. So, and this particular program has all those pieces so that you can learn it, you can implement the mailouts, and you can implement what happens to those leads after they get to you. So it's a very full-bodied system, and it's got a lot of moving pieces to it. But as I said previously, it's not that hard to learn, and you can get it up and running very quickly. And if you decide at some point that, yeah, I'm going, or I'd like to have Joe actually teach me to kind of take you by the hand and walk you through this process, I'm happy to do that too. I have my mentor program. You can go to zerodowninvesting.com, spell out zero, Z-E-R-O, downinvesting.com. You can look at my home study program, which is more robust than this, which is at pushbuttonmethod.com. It doesn't have the auto marketer incorporated into it. That came in after that system was done, but it's got everything else, and it's a huge program. And so you can look at those things and get you started. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on this. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and that you'll take it to heart and use this stuff as it was intended, because it has the potential to change your life, has the potential to make you a huge amount of money in a fairly short period of time, when you consider what it takes to usually build a business or usually get educated to create a new career. This is going to make it much easier for you. Anyway, I guess that's it for now. Talk to you soon.